Okay, Pops, we are back.
And almost better than ever.
We're going to be talking about record profits for AutoNation. If you are out there and you are going to buy a car from AutoNation, do it. If that's what you want to do it.
Yeah, just know you're lining their pockets, ladies and gentlemen.
$4,700 on average per car transacted. But we're going to get into the details in just a second.
Closer to $5,000. Shh. Closer to $5,000.
Shh. Run a report to win contest still in action. March 1st, join us.
Us too?
Well,
you and I?
Yeah.
Live stream?
March 1st, Run a Report to Win contest winners are going to be announced. Daily leading up to it, we are going to announce one winner of a free? Yeah, membership.
Why?
A what amount value?
250 bananas.
250 banana value. Yeah. Today's winner is going to be at Alex Z. Andra. The reason she won.
Yeah.
She follows us on Instagram. That's all I got to do. Follow us on Instagram. Pretty easy. Or Run a Report.
I followed us, and it took me 3 weeks to get a shirt.
Okay.
And I had to beg.
Let's dive right into it.
Okay.
AutoNation is the largest purveyor.
I like that.
Of fine used automobiles
new automobiles. New and used. Yep. You have been hanging out with me way too much.
Yeah.
In that you now understand that they are purveyors of fine new and used.
So they're the largest dealership in the United States.
Retail dealership group in the United States.
Can you read this line for us, please?
New vehicle gross profit per vehicle in the fourth quarter, same store, was $2,775 front end gross profit.
So can we just like let that sink? Okay.
Okay. Let that sink in that the agreed upon selling price, even with a discount, still netted the dealership $2,775 in front end gross profit. Now, I don't want you to think that's a tad bit high, but a year ago at this time, new car average gross profits were about $200 to $300. They were at $2,775. Now, lest you think that they could just get by on that, they couldn't. Okay, they tasked their finance managers to figure out ways to make some additional money, and finance gross per vehicle.
F&I, finance and insurance.
Finance and insurance gross per vehicle in the fourth quarter.
Do you want a drum roll?
No. Was just $2,209. Now, I'm not real good at math, as you all know, but that would just be $4,984 profit per car. $16 short of $5,000 profit per car. Sales of new vehicles might have dropped 2.7% to 72,000. But what's 72,000 times 5,000? Okay, start doing the math there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot of damn money.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I'm just reading the list here.
Okay.
AutoNation of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yes, and I was thinking of maybe looking at a condo in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
Home of the world's highest dock fees, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, ranks #1 on Automotive News' list of top 150 dealership groups. They retailed 282,602 new vehicles in 2019 and 246,113 used vehicles for the same period. So they're #3 in terms of used vehicle gross sales. Now, AutoNation does not negotiate on their used vehicles, but these numbers.
Why do you say that?
They're negotiation-free dealership on used.
Where did you read that?
They're one-price stores.
Where did you read that?
It's not a read it thing. It's you try and work a deal with them.
Sure?
Yeah, 100% sure. From when we used to do that business, that was the case, and from talking to people.
Are you sure it's all AutoNation stores?
I'm pretty sure, Dad. Let's do a quick Google search.
No, we don't have to Google search. We are the purveyors of some skeptical information.
No, I'm
sketchy. They definitely negotiate.
Yeah, this is from back in 2019.
Yeah.
Well, let us know down below the experiences that I've had, because we do the console calls for YAA members, the number of AutoNation deal worksheets, and I think it literally even says the price is the price, but maybe it's a tactic. So anyway, regardless.
Yes.
They're making $5,000 just on their new vehicles.
Yes, and they sold 282,000 of those vehicles.
So if you're a car buyer, Dad, is this kind of a a wake-up call to say, okay, I need to look elsewhere than AutoNation? Or is it more of a, okay, I just need to be one of the ones where they're not making $5,000 on a car deal and I've done well for myself?
I guess if they only made $4,000 on you did 20% better than the average person.
Is it all about like kind of just resetting expectations, or what are your thoughts?
Well, obviously, dealers have reset their expectations as to what gross profits should be in what turned out to be a down year. And even though the
down year in terms of volume, but a great year in terms
of profit. The dealerships learned how to adjust. They cut back expenses both in personnel and in marketing, and they sold fewer cars at a higher gross profit per car, and set records for the amount of profit that they made per dealership, net profit.
Now, while you were saying that,
yes.
I did go to AutoNation's website.
Yeah.
The AutoNation price this is on their FAQ, on new vehicles includes discounts, manufacturer incentives, and rebates all in real time. Blah 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 blah. On the AutoNation price on used vehicles is a no haggle one price approach.
Okay.
Our used vehicle prices are based on market research to ensure you get a fair price every time.
Okay.
Fair price every time. I wonder what
when you get a price.
What's the metric that you said? PM. What is it?
Well, on a used car it would be a PUVR, per used vehicle retail.
Okay, so that's one of the metrics in the industry that GMs, corporate guys look at. Everybody looks at how much do we make per
What's
vehicle.
What's your average per vehicle, per new vehicle and per used vehicle?
Now, as a consumer, what do you think's a fair? How much do you think I should? How much? I mean, how much do you think's fair to make off of someone on a transaction?
Here's back in the day, and when I say back in the day, this might have been 10, 15 years ago. For a automobile dealership to sustain itself, back in the day, they had to average front and back around $2,000.
Now, back in the day, we're talking the 80s, 90s,
I
early
just said
2000s.
10, 15 years ago. Back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, dealerships had to average about $2,000 front and back.
Okay.
So whether that was $500 on the front and $1,500 through finance, or it was $1,000 on the front and $1,000 in finance, that's approximately what dealerships had to average. Now, obviously, that number's changed because if dealerships are averaging almost $5,000 per vehicle, that's 2.5 times more than what it was 15 years ago. There hasn't been that much inflation, but there is a shortage of cars, which is what's playing into this newfound profitability.
But this is that has been a post-COVID realization.
Yes.
The other thing is, I feel like a lot of people, especially with like an AutoNation. AutoNation, by the way, also had a big investment in stake in Vroom, and I'll speak to Vroom here as well. There's all this convenience, and you get the better experience. Like, you pay a premium for that.
Yes.
And so, more power to you if that's the way you want to go. But if you're someone driven by price, like, what would you call them back in the day? A customer that comes in and really is
I'm a ball buster.
Like, not that we're necessarily trying to like suggest
Bust
that everyone's, but like being a part of this community means you're going to be someone that they make a little bit less on. And that's okay.
You're going to be a BB, a ball buster.
You're going to get the ratio stamp of approval.
You're gonna. Here's how it's going to work for you for being a member of this community. In my day, as I used to tell customers, my goal is I have a
bushel.
I have a potato farm, and I have a bushel basket that I need to harvest and fill that bushel basket with potatoes at the end of every month. And when I'm picking potatoes, sometimes there's big potatoes. Obviously, at AutoNation, there are a lot of big potatoes. It doesn't take that many potatoes to fill their bushel basket. And there's medium-sized potatoes, and then there's small potatoes. The people that you're really not making any money. You might even be losing a few dollars, or you're just making a few dollars, but they help take up space to fill up that bushel basket. Your goal as a consumer is to be a small potato. You don't necessarily want to be a medium-sized or a big potato. You want to be a small potato. And if you're a member of our community, utilizing some of the tools and techniques that we share will hopefully allow you to be a small potato when it comes time to them filling their bushel basket at the end of the month.
Honestly, we've done our job right when AutoNation knows about YAA and they're like,
when they're sitting at their corporate offices going, those sons of those guys,
they're probably very PC.
Those guys and gals are really starting to disrupt the industry, and we don't like it.
So be a part of that. Anyway, just super interesting.
I can hear Mike Jackson saying that right now.
Really?
No.
He's the outgoing CEO, by the way.
Well, he's the outgoing chairman of the board. He's still the CEO.
Gotcha. Mr. Corporate Governance.
He's not giving it all up. 72.
He's got to be making a.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a publicly traded company, so we can look it up. But I bet you he's making
at least 100,000.
I was gonna say 20 million, probably.
Whatever.
Hey, thanks for watching. Run a report to win contest. Link down below. Be a BB. Get the Ray Shefska stamp of approval.
Be a small potato.
Ooh, you've stamped me in some of the videos, but maybe James can
stamp me.
Did I get you?
Yeah, I think you might have. And maybe James can come up with be a small potato.